Can you guys see that? Hopefully you can. All right. So what am I doing? I am basing my Highlanders right now. That is what I'm doing. And I've got some Gorilla Glue with water, my basing material, my flock, and it's a Sunday, a couple hours before I got to go to work. I think I'd do a live stream. I tried to do a video last night, but like anything, I talk too much, so it goes into overtime and it breaks up into two separate um, editions. So here comes my son Alex. Yes, Alex.
Couldn't find the frost one.
No,
I don't know where you put it.
it's there.
I don't know. I looked. I found the Spider-Man one real fast. I can't find the frost one.
Be right back. Oh, I'm quiet, and then all of a sudden you're coming down. That's all right. It's no biggie. It's life. That's what happens in live stream. Oh, yep. Okay, so let's get back to business. All right. So what are we doing? We're doing this. So what I'm doing is I tried to do a video last night, and for some reason on my camera, if it goes over 15 minutes, it breaks up into two separate episodes, which kind of sucks. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to get this all taken care of and then do a live stream. But as it's going, it's taking me a lot longer, and I'm going to have to go to work, and then it's going to be Monday, and then most of y'all ain't going to be able to see it because you're working, and I work weird hours anyways. So this gives you a chance to see me in action. Woohoo! And see what I do. Okay, so what are we doing? All right, let's so this is the Airfix set that I hate when that happens. Oh, what is this? It's a machine gun. All right, put that over there. Okay, so let me show you what's going on here. So as you can see here, I have the hussars are in here. Some of them are painted, some of them are not. Pretty bad display of what I was doing. So I am so unorganized right now. But what I'm doing, let's take a walk around the battlefield here and show you. So that's the La Hassan Farmhouse Airfix 172nd HO scale. Now there are a few SE figures in here, but most of them are my old Airfix figs. We got the Imperial Guard. We've got the French artillery, which is not the 4-pounders. I turned them into 12-pounders, and I used the cannons from an old Constitution class battleship, yeah, sailing ship, the Constitution. Some of the cannons are SE. They're not the trailer. The carriages are not the original Airfix. I stole them from the SE, and then what else did I do? So we got the Cuirassiers over there, Cuirassiers, however you pronounce it. Then I made these from these Imperial Guard horse cavalry, made from the Royal Horse Artillery. And then as you come over here, you see some old Brits right there for line infantry. My French, I actually made my French as Prussian, so they're not here right now. But what I am doing is I am basing more British line infantry, but I painted them up as Belgian. And then, of course, I've got the Highlanders over there, the 42nd, and I've got some cannons there. Most of the other stuff, we've got some SE Imperial Guard, and then up here we have SE Scots Greys and the Lancers. And then I've got some more Brits I got to get down there for the artillery, which I chopped off the heads from the wounded British soldiers that come in the Airfix box. So those guys end up looking like this right here. So they end up with those heads. They end up looking like the regular British foot artillery. So what else we got? Yeah. So I ended up chopping the heads off using regular French artillery bodies right there, and chopping off the wounded guy. I don't know if I have any, but they come in that box there, and there's a wounded guy. So I ended up using their heads and making these artillery pieces. Back in the day, you had very few, if at least in plastics, you had very few options. So you had to make do with what you had. Look at that, redhead. Oh my God, really? Yeah, I'm telling you. But they didn't come out too bad. They're all right. They're pretty cool. They're all right. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. We got these guys here. Oh. So let's see. All right. So what brought me into this thing to break out my old Airfix stuff and bounce around like a chicken with his head cut off is this. All right. Great book right here. This is the Airfix Little Soldiers by Jean-Christophe Carbonel. And I'm probably butchering the name, but I'm sure you won't mind. So there's the information if you want to get the book. And it's Airfix Little Soldiers. Now, it's a great book to have. It goes HO00 figures from 1959 to 2009, and it's got listed everything. So what we're looking at and what I saw was this.
Behind you.
Yep. What's up?
Granddad was trying to call you.
He always dials me.
We found that there.
All right, I'll give him a call in a bit. All right, so this is the game right here, Waterloo Wargaming. And Waterloo Wargame, these are hard plastic figures. They're hard to come by. The whole set is hard to come by. It's really a rare set. And a gentleman in England was selling the rule book, just the rule book. Color me crazy because what I ended up doing was I paid £70 for this thing. Yep, £70 for this little book. And this little book was the rule book for that game. So this little rule book, it's got, let's see, it's got the Waterloo background to the battle right there. Aftermath and conclusion. I don't know if you can see that because it's so glary, but it's aftermath and conclusion. And then you have assembly instructions. You get the French Army. The centerfold piece must have been taken out, but it has a pretty good illustration, color plates, so you can paint your figures. That's pretty neat. You have the French Army right here in plastic. It shows you what goes where. And then you got you. Is it just the French? It should have been a British too. Yeah, no, just the French. Where's okay? So then it shows war game movements. Let me guess. And there's your British Army right there. It's on the color plate. La-da. There it is. Okay. So then you got war game rules. Time dial. Object. There's basically a series of rules. I do have this book hidden somewhere. I gotta find it. I don't know where it is, but Napoleonic War Game in Airfix. So this is a pretty cool book. I gotta repair the staples. I gotta put this centerfold back in. But it's a very rare game if you can find it. If you have it, you know, more power to you. Keep it, hang on to it because it's a fantastic game. In the back, you see the original first edition. That, the Waterloo battle play set. So I grabbed everything. I started coming out and looking at stuff I had. And I just, you know what, I'm going to bring it out. I'm going to take a look at it and set it all up. So that's what I did. So what I have is I have the original. That's the original issue 1 set. And then I have, this was the anniversary set. And then I have, I'm not even going to try to bring you. Then I have that. That's the second. So this is the first. That's the first edition. That's the second edition right there. Whoop. That's the second edition right there. And that's the third edition. And of course, Italy came out with this set right here, which was pretty cool. But in order to do the complete set, you needed to pick up the 2 different sets. So do I have them? Yeah, I do. Watch it right here. So you got the barn, and then you have the stables, and that makes your complete set right there. Terra came up with this Waterloo 1815 thing, and there's not much in this box. I don't know what I did with it. I've got some flags, which didn't come with this. The only thing that I have original from this set is this. That right there, which there was no river running through. And then they made towers and blockades and barricades, and yeah, I don't think that happened. But I mean, it's kind of a cool set. It's called Napoleonic Wars 1815, set number 6101, Waterloo 1815. It has French infantry and British heavy cavalry, the Scar Grays with battlefield accessories and layout plan. I'll probably use this box to store some of the painted figures in, which I'll do with that too. The other set that's really good is the black powder set, which is the 28 millimeter, which is pretty cool. This set right here, I'll show you, is that right there is right there. So that's it. And that's, I mean, when you compare the scale, that's it. So it's kind of a little large, but I don't know. For 1/72 scale, it wouldn't be too bad, right? It's not bad at all compared to our wee little HO. Look at that. Yeah, so that's pretty tough. So, and let's see, in this set here, that's the French farmhouse. What is this? 1/72 Battle gift set. All right, so that's got to be that right there. Okay, so let's get these cannons out of the way. I should finish what I was doing, right? I will finish what I was doing. I was basing those figures over there. So what I'll do is at a later time, I'll probably do a box opening if you want on those sets. But let's get back to taking care of business here. So what am I doing? Okay, so I have this. I guess that's it, guys. I mean, all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to base. Oh, shit.
Brought the crew.
What? Oh, did you?
Okay, I'm out of here.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm definitely not
See
making
you.
a smoke break, but
I love you.
I love it too.
All right. Hey, Mama. Hey, Mama. You want to say, hey, come here. Come here, fatso.
All right, I love you.
I love you too.
We'll
Be
see
safe.
you-
Be
we'll
careful.
See you when you get home from work.
Yeah,
Good luck and be careful.
I will. What are you doing, huh? Look at that. Look at that. Okay, where did I get him from? Get him from there. Okay, next. Who's next? He's next. All right. You want to look at your famous. Look, see? So, oh, shit. I just thought of something. I just thought of Dungeons and Dragons, Joe Maggiello. Yeah, he walks around with his bubbles all over himself. Yeah, so he's got a little Chihuahua too. It was a rescue dog, and actually, I believe Sophia. It was supposed to be Sophia's dog, and the dog actually took a liking to Joe, so they ended up taking the dog. And there's a funny thing. It happened on the way to the Coliseum. Was my wife, Naomi, is also Spanish. Went to go get this little one. and she was only well, she was pup. She was very young. Now she's a sausage. But she went into the city to pick her up. And when she did, it was supposed to be her dog. And I was staunch about, I don't want any more dogs. One's enough, right? So she went ahead and did it anyways. But what ended up happening was when she came home with the dog, in order to get me to approve of taking this one, she showed me her, and the little thing took to me quite fiercely, and so now she's like, I'm I'm a man now, whatever. And poor Naomi, she she wanted the love, and Naomi can't even get near me. When I'm sitting on the couch with the sausage here, can't even get near me. It's funny, it really is. So I'm putting a little bit of water in with the Gorilla Glue, and I'm putting in some Army Painted Green into the mix to give it kind of a green color. It's, well, it's going to dry clear anyways, but I'm just adding a green color to it. Why? I don't know, just because that's what I do. So, how you doing, Mama? Huh? Hmm? So I'll just splotch this on. Now that I've already painted the bases green, and now I'm just gonna coat this. So get an even coat right across the base, and get you. Man, you're making this difficult. Yeah, I hear you. But so basically, you end up with that right there. And where did you go, my friend? Huh? Yeah. And I'm gonna do the same thing over and over and over. It's so repetitive, it's not funny. But that's it, guys. So what I will do is, if you want, I'll do a box opening for these things. I mean, people have done them already. I don't know if you want to see that or not. Hi, but they're cool sets, and I know there's been plenty of them. YouTube's videos done on these guys. So, but that's it, I guess. What else? What else we got going on, huh? What do you say, Mama? Huh? What do you say? Yeah. All right. Let's see. All the hussars. Now the hussars came with this Airfix set, and the French too. So the hussars, which I have over here, let's break out this box and show you. I'm gonna have to put you down, okay? All right, Mama. I'm gonna put you down. I gotta show. Okay. All right. Go ahead. There you go, Mama. Oh boy. Okay, so what we're talking about here is a few things. So these hussars were notorious for not being able to stand up too well. You had to glue the bases, and they always went at some cockamamie angle. Well, I can't even get that in there anymore. I know, that's what she said. Um, so and these were these were the little guys here. So they end up being these little. So I mean, there's quite a few of them. I did paint some. But they're awful. They're probably some of the worst figures that Airfix did for cavalry. I don't know what it was with the cavalry, but it was awful. I mean, look at that. That's the guy's oversized. The horses are undersized. They don't stick in properly. You definitely have to glue them. They're just it's just travesty. Look at that. That's just horrible. And so there we go. Okay, for some reason, forget I don't know. Paniguano. Is that how you pronounce it? All right. So, I mean, these things were tough, man. They were tough. I wasn't really impressed with these. I mean, I like the cavalry themselves, but the horses, they just sucked. They really do. The bases sucked. The horses were too small. It looked like a grown man riding one of those dime store ponies in front of the marketplace. All right. So let's see. Oh, so in the assault set, what you got was this. You got your French infantry, your cannons, your French cannon, your French Imperial Guard, your French cuirasses. How do you say it? I forget it. Cuirassier. These came out later. These did not come with the set. And you had your Royal Horse Artillery, my favorite artillery. Then you had your Highlanders. And then you had your line infantry. And then you had, yes, the dreaded Waterloo British Cavalry. That's not to say that the cuirasses weren't too good either, but they were better. They were better than the hussars. But the cuirasses almost suffered from the same problem. But at least those horses weren't as bad. They actually weren't bad at all compared to the hussars. The cuirasses were a lot better. Though, again, the basing on these things is horrible. Getting them to stay. You're talking about super glue, and at the time, you only really had cement glue, or you could go to the store. I had no idea when the actual cement came out, but super glue came out. I forget the commercial with the helmet, the construction worker getting stuck to the I-beam. But hey, it is what it is. So you had to make do with what you had. So that was pretty much the set. Then they gave you the battlefield accessory, and then you got the La Hassan farmhouse. And that was the set. So not too bad. It was pretty cool. And then of course you had the Prussians, but they did not come with the set. These would come out years later. And that was that set. And it was a pretty good set. Gave you the pontoon bridge set. You had the assault set, bunker assault set, and defense. So those are pretty cool. Get these back here, right? And then what do we have? So we had this silly nonsense here, which I don't know what I'm going to do with these guys. Come back in the bag, I guess. Some of them painted, some of them not, but I think I gave up on these because it was so fiddly that I just said, you know what? I am not going to mess around with the hussars. Nope. So the British Cavalry did not get painted. I kind of wish that I just painted a few things at a time. But there was something about me where I had to make a whole regiment. I wouldn't paint it unless I had the whole regiment together, which by rights I should have just painted them little by little. And I did not do that. Okay, so what else? So then we got the next set over here. So the next set. The next set. Right here. Oh boy. Okay. This this set right here. You're not gonna believe this crap. Because it's I did buy it. And I did have everything. And what I do is I try to make complete regiments. So basically this is what I did with this big box set. So in this big box set, you get your little rules here. What did you do with the other thing? Okay, so you get that. These don't go with it, but I picked them up. So we have the correction paperwork because they messed up on the so now this set right here, this actually got built. Now I had two of them. I had the farmhouse and I had two of these. So this, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the set I built. So by rights, this actually goes in here. So that goes in there. That's actually a part of that set. Because, as you can see, the set that's built right there is actually this set right here. That. And what I ended up doing was painting all the soldiers. They added the land word to this set. The Prussians. The Prussians were not in the original set. These come later. And they mistakenly, is it on this side? On this side. It's on this side. So they mistakenly say French cavalry for hussars and British cavalry for the cuirasses. So there's your correction right there. So a little cool diorama on the back. And you got the wagons and stuff, and the farmhouse, and your two molded plastics. So, having built it, put everything together, I ended up storing all my excess Waterloo sets. And these actually there's another farmhouse right there. Yes, we do. There's a complete farmhouse there. We've got Highlanders. Look at that, $1.29. We've got some Royal Horse. This is an empty box. I might do it. Yes, I can use this. All right, I need this box. That will take care of some stuff. Yeah, these are Prussians. Hussars, $1.40 for Hussars. More French cannon. We got some older, we got some newer boxes here of French. This one's not even open. $5.29 from Hobby Emporium. $5.25 Hobby Emporium. What else we got? So we got some French artillery. More French artillery. We got some French Waterloo infantry. Imperial Guard. More French line. What is this? Oh, we got some blues here. We got a newer box of French there, which is sealed. Another box of French, which is sealed. These were, these are $9. These went up $10, so they start doubling in price. And we have more cuirasses. And we got more British artillery. Woolworths. Oh my God, Woolworths. Really? More. And so now what I was doing was I was going to recreate as I got older. Now, when I was a kid, my thought process was that when I got older, I would own a house and I would be able to redo Waterloo on a giant table because, that's what kids think. And that's what I wanted to do. So that's that. So this set right here, that set right there was the one I built. So let's put you over here for now. Right? Then we have the newest set, right? This is the most recent one. This was $60. So considering everything went up in price, it's actually not too bad. So there's a farmhouse missing. And I don't know whether I built it and I gave it to somebody or what. I don't know. But we do have this. And then we have all the boxes and bags of Highlanders broken up like this. What is this? This right here is the full regiment, 10 companies with command. Does need a standard. The 32nd Cornwall Regiment, full regiment. And that's what I was doing. Well, I wouldn't stop painting until I had a complete set of dudes. Marching 4x24 with 8 foot officers. And those were the guys that came with your cannons. This is your original. Now, this came with the set. This is your original French artillery. And we've got some here. We got blue. We got white. So in this set here, you got any one of these colors. The original is this right here, this yellow. And you got the cannons there. It's right there. And where are your there they are. Okay. And then the short stubby barrels right there for the French artillery. what else we got? All right. So we had that. And these are all. And here's your royal horse. Comes with that base for the horses. The troopers. Now these guys in my I chopped off their heads and I chopped off some Imperial Guard heads. And I made those Imperial Guard troopers over there. So that's what I ended up doing with that. So these guys, I suppose, should probably go into here, right? I know I'm breezing through this, guys, but it's already 1:30, so I'm gonna have to take a shower, get to work. So it wasn't a bad set. It was actually pretty cool. And then I want to say this set right here is a pretty good grab, but it's very expensive. It's like $300 to $400. And this is the 28 millimeter black powder La Hassan set, which was on my table for quite a bit. So you can see that in the previous videos. So it's actually pretty cool. This actually comes with the Waterloo box set. So we'll do that later. But this set right here, if you can find it, it's well worth it for your 1/72nd scale. That set right there. I want to say this is gonna, I want to say it's gonna run you about $60, $70, maybe. I'm not sure. I know these were like $29 each, so these were about $30 each. And they're the different. So you get the stables, you get the barn, and you get your gatehouse, the walls, and the extended building there. So that's actually a pretty cool buy for your 1/72nd scale. And that's it right there. So that's pretty neat. And I think, guys, I need to get to work. I got about 5 minutes before I got to jump in the shower. Thanks for coming by. I got to finish that up. My God. But that's it. That's what I did when I was a kid. Oh my God. I wish I had the energy to do this the way I used to. But man, I'll tell you. So it's not too bad. Yeah. Wow. All right, guys. It's been a pleasure. You take care of yourselves. Crazy world out there. I have to jump in the shower, get my butt together, call it a day. I'm psyched about picking this up. This was really cool. And it started because of this little book right here, which is a must if you're collecting Airfix figures. And I love them. I grew up with them. And all right. So if you have any questions or anything, shoot me a comment. And if you want me to go over something in better detail, I will. And I'm going to get my butt into gear and get to work. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. It's crazy world out there. Be good to each other. Ciao. And hasta luego.